Hi, and welcome to our presentation on Save the Children.
Save the Children is a renowned international non-governmental, non-political, and non-sectarian and has a philosophy of international cooperation organization that focuses on improving the lives of children around the world, which was founded in 1919 by Elegant Jeb and her sister Dorothy Buxton in the aftermath of World War I. Their mission was to ensure every child has a healthy, educated, and safe future. Over the years, Save the Children expanded its operation globally, responding to crises and addressing various issues affecting children, including poverty, malnutrition, lack of access to education, healthcare, and protection from exploitation and violence. One of Save the Children's earlier milestones was the establishment for the Declaration of the Rights of the Children in 1923, which later influenced the United Nations Convention on the Rights of the Children. This declaration emphasized the importance of protecting children's rights and ensuring their well-being. They have been actively involved in providing humanitarian aid during emergency, such as natural disaster, conflicts, and epidemics. They work to ensure that children's needs are met and they are protected from harm in crisis situations. In addition to direct aid and assistance, Save the Children engage in advocacy efforts to promote policies and practices that benefit children. They work with governments, international organizations, and other stakeholders to advocate for children's rights and improve their living conditions.
Who are they? Save the Children are the leading independent children's organization. They believe that every child is full of potential and work to help them have a fair chance in life. Changing the future for good. Save the Children have three main goals by 2030. No child will die from preventable causes before their 5th birthday. All children will learn from a quality basic education, and violence against children will no longer be tolerated. Save the Children's work in education governance is underpinned by the following core principles: child rights approach, empowerment, sustainability, and collaboration. They believe in empowering children and communities, building on local strengths and fostering collaboration to achieve sustainable change. Their code of conduct aims to provide clear guidance on what they expect of each other, as well as defining the conducts which will always be unacceptable. Save the Children believes all children have the right to protection from violence, exploitation, abuse, and neglect. The staff must always respect the children, listen to them, and protect them from harm. In more than 100 countries in the world, including the UK, Save the Children help keep children safe, healthy, and learning, and change the future for good. Save the Children leads the way on tackling big problems such as pneumonia, hunger, and protecting children in war, whilst making sure each child's unique needs are cared for. They find new ways to reach children who need them the most, no matter where they are growing up. For a century, Save the Children have stood up for children and made sure their voices are heard. Save the Children wrote the treaty that sets out the rights of every child, and they have been upholding them every day since, holding children's rights at the heart of everything they do, amplifying young voices and challenging themselves and others to listen. They prioritise the most deprived and marginalised children and fight for large-scale and lasting change for children. Save the Children are committed to moving power, resources and accountability to where change happens, which is closer to children.
The organization conducts advocacy activities and campaigns with children to save children's life, promoting countries to act quickly and influencing children's policy and legislation, including guaranteeing children's rights, promote the well-being of children by enhancing their access to education and adequate health care. Secondly, the organization works with local community, training and assessing local members to ensure that interventions are locally driven, promoting social norms and confidence building with the local community to better target help. Furthermore, the organization takes a variety of action for children with different needs, providing educational opportunity, improving children's health, providing rapid response and assistance in emergency, and collaborating with other international organizations to make the best use of resources to meet children's needs. Lastly, the organization analyzes and develops initiatives in different regions and has a comprehensive network of resources to finding the right partner for children's needs. Save the Children advocates for long-term sustainable development, helping community to build infrastructure, training skill, advocate for campaign of influence local policy, and take a wide range of action to ensure that children receive holistic support and development. The religionless use of resource provides assistance whatever children's needs, and training community members to provide relevant knowledge to improve children's survey and learning environment.
Let's use South Sudan as a case study to demonstrate how Save the Children's strengths in community engagement, conflict sensitivity, and advocacy have led to impactful results in improving education governance in challenging environments. So for context, South Sudan is a landlocked country in East Africa, and it's been ravaged by a civil war since 2013, displacing millions and creating a severe education crisis. Children have faced limited access to education, damaged schools, and a lack of qualified teachers. So what was the intervention? Well, Save the Children led a program called Education Cannot Wait, ECW, in South Sudan. ECW is the UN's global fund for education in emergencies and protracted crises. In South Sudan, Save the Children focused on rehabilitating and rebuilding schools, repairing and equipping damaged schools, creating safe and conducive learning environments, training teachers, providing support to teachers, focusing on pedagogies, psychosocial support, and conflict sensitivity, providing learning materials, distributing textbooks, school supplies, and other essential materials to students, mobilizing communities, engaging communities in program design, implementation, and monitoring, ensuring local ownership and sustainability, and advocating for education, lobbying governments and international organizations for increased funding and support for education in South Sudan. So through these focuses, Save the Children increased access to education, reaching over 500,000 children with quality education, including previously out-of-school children and girls, improved learning outcomes with standardized test scores in participating schools increasing significantly, empowered communities, so with community members actively participating in school management and decision-making, it fostered a sense of ownership and sustainability, and propelled advocacy gains, with their efforts contributing to increased international funding for education in South Sudan. Now, some key success factors here were Save the Children's context-specific approach, tailoring interventions to the specific needs and challenges of South Sudan's conflict-affected communities, community engagement, since sustainable solutions require involving communities in decision-making and program implementation, collaboration by partnering with local authorities, NGOs, and other stakeholders, advocacy efforts and impact was amplified, by using an evidence-based approach, so using data and research to guide program development and measure progress, and general resilience and adaptability. So they responded really effectively to changing circumstances and emerging needs in the conflict zone.
Despite their achievements, Save the Children face ongoing challenges. Most education systems are founded on a model established for children living in comparable contexts with common government systems and a social and financial regular team. This model assumes the existence of basic conditions, including a functioning education ministry, efficient delivery service, regularly paid teachers, and support services, which are not present in conflict-affected countries. Additionally, there are persistent education inequalities due to poverty, conflict, and gender discrimination. Save the Children experience difficulty balancing and advocating program implementation effectively due to ongoing and changing conflict situations. This makes it difficult to assess the impacts of Save the Children on educational governments and raises questions about the validity of statistics. The Last in Line, Last in School 2007 report identified several issues with delivering effective education in conflict-affected countries. Overall, funding for education is low. For example, conflict-affected countries receive less than a fifth of global education aid, despite being home to more than a half of the 77 million out-of-school children. In the case study of Afghanistan, the Taliban are in power and have banned girls from secondary schools and women from university. Additionally, they have banned women from working for any international or national NGOs, preventing organizations like Save the Children to safely and effectively operate. This cuts off vital support during the biggest food and economics crisis on record in the country.
About the recommendation, The opportunity to leverage innovation and technology in enhancing programs for children's education, health, and protecting presents a compelling proposition. It is suggested that by embracing emerging technologies, broader opportunities for learning and growth can be created for children everywhere. Strengthening the capacities of local communities, organizations, and governments is essential for ensuring sustainable development and resilience. Empowering local entities can lead to more effective response to challenges, fostering a safer and more supportive environment for children. The importance of mental health cannot be overstated. In a world replete with complex, safeguarding and the mental well-being of children is crucial. The implementation of comprehensive programs that address both the psychology and the physical health of children is recommended. Ensuring their well-being under any circumstance. In the face of conflicts, it is advisable to tailor strategies to specific context, integrating mental health support and partnering with peace-building initiatives to nature-conducive learning environments. Furthermore, advocating for policy changes at local, national, and international levels is critical. Advocacy efforts should aim to facilitate policy and system changes, striving for a world that is more equitable and supportive for children. The importance of expanding and deepening partnerships cannot be overstated. Collaboration with other NGOs, governments, and the private sectors and international organizations are vital, working collectively towards the welfare of children.
So overall, when we're thinking about how Save the Children influences educational governance, we can broadly point to their strengths in their community-centric approach with their deep local presence, their conflict sensitivity, protecting child safety and well-being by prioritizing psychosocial needs and addressing trauma, and partnering with local peace-building initiatives, their resilience and adaptability, resourcefulness and long-term commitment to staying engaged even in protracted conflicts, and advocacy and influence, having a strong global voice to engage with policymakers, informing their advocacy through research and data-driven evidence. And these are just a couple references. Thank you for listening.